Howdy y'all and welcome back. Happy Veterans Day weekend to all the homies who served, and thank you for your service. So, why is that phrase so hard for so many of us to hear? And if you didn't know, that phrase makes veterans really uncomfortable. Now, obviously, I cannot speak for all veterans. But this is a thing that I hear over and over and over from vets of different eras, different branches, combat service, not combat. Like it's a pretty universal deal that I hear of like, oh, that phrase, I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to respond. I don't know what to say. And I think it's worth looking back at American history and the context of like when this really so I served 93 to 96, totally chill peacetime tour in Germany, did a couple of winters in Norway. Like the only danger I saw was myself. So when someone says this to me, I'm like, no, really, like, thank you for your tax dollars that funded my party tour of Europe, right? But I don't remember hearing anybody say thank you for your service to me until around, like, I had been out for probably 8 or 9 years. Like around 2005-ish is when I recall starting to hear this a lot. And my best guess is that it is some kind of, it was like a nationwide collective amends for the treatment of Vietnam veterans. Right? Like, we're not gonna fuck up the way we did with those guys. Like, we are gonna let y'all know, thank you for your service. I don't remember hearing it much when people were coming back from Desert Storm, even. Like, I really don't. It's really that kind of 2005, the maybe second wave of Iraq vets are coming back, the early Afghanistan veterans are coming back, and I'm hearing it like all the time. Thank you for your service, thank you for your service. And people are saying it to me, and I'm like, no, really. But I've even talked with combat veterans about this, and they get that same awkward feeling. I think it's from a different place with them. But either way, I think what it triggers in us is an imposter syndrome. That like in my case, I'm like, no, they served, not me. And even folks who saw like real deal shitty combat, in them it triggers memories of people who didn't make it back. And so they're like, no, like thank them, the ones who didn't come back. And really, all these years later, we have a whole generation of veterans who are kind of pissed off about those wars. Like, why didn't my homies get to come back, right? Like, why were we even sent there? We were sent there because of a lie. And so then you're thanking people. It's just a sticky, weird thing. But I think across the board, it's an imposter syndrome is kind of triggered in us that is why we get that awkward like kind of feeling about it. So is there some kind of solution? Like, what should you say? We know you're well-intentioned when you say it, but maybe just try thank you. And change the subject as quickly as possible. Just, oh, right on. Well, thank you. So anyway, blah, blah, blah. Like, if a veteran wants to talk to you about their service, they will bring it up. But otherwise, just short and sweet, well, thank you. And let's move on. Anyway, those are just my thoughts, mine alone. Love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. That's all I got for this one. Until next time, be easy, y'all.